This week, we are saying goodbye for now to Cindy by looking back on some of our favorite stories that you have done through your career. One of our favorites is actually when you got down, you got to sit with Cindy Williams.
Yep. Not only Cindy Williams, but Cynthia Jane Williams, my exact name.
Also you, yeah.
So this is all coming as a surprise to me, by the way. I was just now allowed to read this. I was delighted, actually, to sit down with my namesake at the Ogunquit Playhouse in the summer of 2019. She was in Maine in a play called Menopause the Musical. Here's part of the story. All right, we have to talk about this Cindy thing.
Oh, I know,
Cindy
I can't believe it.
Cindy Williams, but not just that. We are both Cynthia Jane Williams.
Cynthia Jane Williams.
Yeah.
Yes. People will come, they'll come up and say, "Hi, I'm a Cindy also." And I ask them what their middle name is, and I also ask them if they're a Cynthia. So I've never met another Cynthia Jane Williams. Wow, I can't believe it.
6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hasenpfeffer Incorporated.
You don't have to be Cindy Williams, a Schlemiel, or a Schlemazel to love Laverne and Shirley, the classic TV sitcom about two working-class BFFs doing it their way, burst onto the scene in 1976, and by the late 70s, almost half of everyone watching TV was tuned in. Much to the surprise of Cindy Williams, who played Shirley, and Penny Marshall, Laverne, characters introduced on Happy Days and spun off to make their own iconic show.
People would, like, if we were out, many times people would look at us and then they'd start walking toward us, and Penny and I would look behind us to see who was there. Because and that was part of the success of the show, because we're fans. Penny and I were like avid TV watchers, and to the day she passed, I'd go over to the house and we watch TV together. But we never watched twice we watched Laverne and Shirley. So we were doing some kind of retrospective one time, and we had to look at some of the shows because we were supposed to pick our favorite clips out. So I went over to Penny's house and we're watching, and we totally forgot it was us. And we laughed out loud. We were laughing, and she turned to me and she goes, "We were pretty good. That was funny." During rehearsal, we would always, if it made us laugh out loud, then we realized it would make the audience, because that's what we were always going for, is to make people laugh out loud.
Extend your left arm through the legs, coming up, and attach to your left calf.
A lot of the comedy was very physical. Cindy had to convince director Gary Marshall, Penny's brother, that she could do it. What was more problematic for her was not cracking up mid-scene.
And sometimes we did laugh and they'd have to cut away from us because we just couldn't, and because they were so serious about their stupidity.
Hello. Hello.
And they're both like Mensa IQ, and it takes a really brilliant person to play someone that dumb.
And growing up, everybody said I should wear sweaters with a big S on it.
In Laverne and Shirley, the first season, when the costumer came, she laid out a sweater with an S on it for me, and there wasn't an L. And I said, I don't think Shirley would, she'd do this. And I heard from the other dressing room, "I will." And it was Penny, and she goes, "Get me an L." And that's how it came about.
I just want you to know that for years I have gotten people sending me pictures of Laverne and Shirley and telling me what a huge fan of mine
really?
they are.
Did they want you to
and
autograph
they want me to autograph
Well, go
and
ahead.
send back. No,
and I'm sure Penny would say, "Go ahead too. Just sign both our names."
I was so tempted to.
Wrong, Cindy Williams. And when I start getting fan mail for you,
all right, you just sign
I'll
away.
sign it.